My aim for today was to help Bergen win the championship. That is done, so we are pleased.
With very few kilometers to go, Keen has a 13-second lead over teammate Fecken, with Habig a further 44 seconds back. Volkswagen's second 1-2-3 finish for the season was now within reach, and as they weren't prepared to gamble with such a good result, team boss Mike Barnard instructed his drivers to bring all three cars safely home. Stages of the 2009 Sasol South African Rally Championship. Stage 11 is a repeat of Tweefontein, the now infamous stage that settled the championship earlier in the day, followed by the final run over the now dusty Super Special at Rally Star.
With a number of top drivers falling by the wayside, Jaapie van Niekerk and Robin Houten were hoping for a much better result in the new Africa Developments Toyota Runnings. But to survive a battle this tough, albeit with a few wounds, is still an accomplishment. The Pretoria businessman reached the Rally Star finish in a respectable 6th position overall. In front of Van Niekerk, the battle between the Skalk Burger Motorsport Toyota Runnings and the Total Evolution version of Fernando Rueda raged on. Burger and Detour had a fairly comfortable lead over Rueda going into stage 11. But Rueda and Lefkowitz managed to close the gap by a massive 25 seconds over Tweefontein. As these two rivals went into the last stage of the year, the gap was less than 6 seconds in Burger's favour. Rueda tried everything in the book to overtake Burger over the last 2 kilometres, but it wasn't enough, allowing Burger to record a dream finish on his S2000 debut, 4th place overall on a national rally.
I started off yesterday terrible and I couldn't just get rhythm, you know, and today it just seems to get better and better, and yeah, I think with time I'll get faster.
On the day before, a total of 37 teams took the starters' orders at the Bala World Toyota start in Middelburg. As the rally was now nearing its end, the remaining 21 teams were all still involved in their own respective battles, not only for class honours, but to simply reach the end of the rally and the 2009 season. After the demise of the Stassen brothers on the day before, only 2 Class N4 production cars remained. Regional Championship regulars Murray Lloyd and Ralph Lehman in their MLC Computers Subaru Impreza GT ended second in the production car stakes after a rally fraught with problems, including getting bogged down for a full 10 minutes on the final stage. Charles Coetzee and Etienne Lourens overcame their puncture problems from day one to set top 10 times throughout the second day. It was also Coetzee's maiden year in national rallying, and although the Midas Subaru suffered from a few reliability issues throughout the season, Coetzee was showing more and more promise. A lot of this can be attributed to the services of Etienne Lourens in the passenger seat. Lourens is a former rally winner who now turned to navigating and coaching. The result, Coetzee's maiden production car win and a respectable 7th overall.
Been a long time coming, but I'm very happy. That's all I have to say.
The prestigious Class A7 title, or the championship for two-wheel drive cars, still had to be decided. Going into the final few stages of day 2, the motorized Toyota Runnings of Evan Hutchison and Alvin Coetzee had a commanding lead over title rivals Stefan Wilken and Greg Gericke. But Wilken is lightning quick and set off to reduce the gap, only to get stuck in the mud on Tweefontein. It seemed like the by now infamous Tweefontein stage has settled yet another title.
No, nothing's over until the fat lady sings. You know, we decided to push this morning, and obviously it was working. We were catching Evan in this stage. A little mishap there. Yeah, we got stuck. We lost some time. But as you said, it's over. It's not over until it's over.
Unfortunately for Wilken, it was over, as the officials ruled that he received outside assistance when marshals pulled his Panhard Seed Stryten Express Polo from the mud, leading to exclusion. One would think that Hutchison then had an easy drive to finish to claim his first ever rally title to go with a string of national off-road titles. But rallying is a cruel sport. The motorized Runnings first picked up a puncture on the first corner of stage 7. After that, it started overheating, and to add to his woes, the clutch expired, forcing Hutchison to start the last 4 stages on the starter motor. He soldiered on regardless to not only reach the finish in 9th overall, but to also claim the Class A7 championship.
Yeah, we're thrilled. I'm really happy for my sponsor, Motorized.
Mohamed Musa and Grant Martin have already clinched the Class A6 championship in their Total Evolution Toyota Auris a few rounds ago. But the Sanine businessman was determined to end the season on an even higher note. Throughout the season, Musa regularly placed the Class A6 Auris in between faster machinery on the leaderboard, and the Toyota dealer Gauteng rally was no different. And what was probably his last outing in the Class A6 car before he moves up the ranks, Musa finished the rally in 8th overall, his highest overall placing of the season.
Now this rally was great. We came here just to have fun. There was absolutely no pressure at all, and we just drove the car as quickly as it can go.
Brothers Nico and Gert Nienaber were equally impressive in their aging quick-fit Gesina Toyota Corolla. The Nienabers grew up on Highveld rally roads, and it showed as they posted a career-best 2nd in Class A6 and 10th overall. In Class A5, Andre Kleinberg and Des de Fortier had to win, and teammates Guga Zulu and Carl Peskin had to finish 5th in order for Kleinberg to retain his class title. Incredibly, that was exactly how things stood on Friday after Zulu lost more than 10 minutes. Kleinberg was well in the lead until just 150 meters from the end of the final stage of the entire year, when his BP Ultimate City Golf refused to climb a big jump on the Rally Star Super Special after an air sensor failed. He eventually ended up reversing the car over the obstacle, but lost 4 minutes and the title, while Zulu climbed to 3rd in class. It was enough to claim another Class A5 championship.
We had the script written. We thought we'd have a good run, just maintain the pace, and basically run just behind Andre, or even try and actually win the event. The very last stage, you know, it's not over until the fat lady sings, and yeah, here we are, winners 2009.
Regional competitors Eric de Jager and Robbie Coetzee were consistent all day and were rewarded with a maiden Class A5 win in their MDJ Motorsport City Golf.
Yeah, well, I guess they had problems and we had pretty much a clean run, so it was a good rally for us.
In Class N3, the second class for near-standard production cars, Dave Compton and Pierre Jordan were on course to record their 6th win of the year for Team Sassel, and were running in 11th position overall. But on stage 10, the 3rd run over the Super Special, the gearbox and the Sassel Runnix failed, forcing them to retire. The famous Rally Chicks camp was now holding thumbs, not for the experienced Lola Verlaag, but for younger sister Megan, who made a national debut as a driver on this event to reach the finish. Megan acquired the services of Gerard Snyman to do the navigating, and together the pair consistently set fastest stage times in Class N3. Verlaag reached the end in 13th overall and recorded her first national class win in the process.
No, it wasn't expected, because obviously Dave Compton's been driving that car and obviously has a lot more experience than me, so I think it's horrible luck that what he had, but you know, it's really nice that I got to win class though, my first national.
Hutchison takes the Class A7 win and the championship, while Musa's dominance of Class A6 continues ahead of the Nienaber brothers. De Jager claims a maiden Class A5 victory, but 2nd was enough for Zulu to be crowned class champion. Megan Verlaag takes Class N3 ahead of the only other class survivor, Tony Barbosa.
Back at the top, the final podium of the Toyota Dealer Gauteng rally still had to be decided. It was an almost certainty that all 3 steps would be filled by BP Ultimate Volkswagens, but in what order? Jan Habig and Douglas Judd looked fast and spectacular as always, but going into the final few stages, 3rd placed Habig was still more than 40 seconds behind 2nd placed Fecken, so there was no need to try anything radical and risk damage. Habig safely reached the end for yet another podium finish in his long and illustrious career. Newly crowned South African champions Hergen Fecken and Pierre Aries might have had ideas to finish the last rally not only as champions, but also as rally winners. With just 3 stages to go, Fecken was close to the lead, but it wasn't close enough. The champions had no choice but to settle for a still very satisfying 2nd position. And what a vintage year for the BP Ultimate Volkswagen squad, and what a way to finish it off for Enzo Keen and Guy Hodgson. Keen, champion in 2006, was unstoppable on day 2. He took the lead on the first stage of the day and never looked back, reminding all his fans that his career is far from over. A perfect calculated drive which ended in a perfect result for the BP Ultimate Volkswagen team.
A 24-second win for Enzo Keen over teammate and 2009 champion Hergen Fecken. Jan Habig completes the podium, while Skalkberger celebrates a dream Class S2000 debut in 4th, ahead of Rueda and Van der Kerk. Chart Coetzee takes 7th, ahead of the first front-wheel drive car of Musa. Nico Nienaber completes the top 10. The 2009 season draws to a close with a fine win for Enzo Keen and Guy Hodgson, who become only the 4th pairing this entire year to taste champagne from the top step of the podium.
It's really stunning. We worked with the team today, and I think we achieved everything today.
Fecken and Aries were 1 position short from recording their 4th win of the year, but the celebration was more about the championship.
Towards the end, we started realizing we were 1, 2 and 3 on the rally, and we decided to end in that order.
Habig completes yet another successful season at the pinnacle of South African rallying with a podium finish.
Yeah, it's really okay. You know, I think it was a good team strategy. I think there was a lot of support for Jürgen. They drove well, and I think the championship and a 1, 2, 3 on the event and on the day is good.